Have you ever stood at the edge of a forest or a field and felt like something was watching you? Not in a scary way, just in a quiet, careful way. You scan the trees and see nothing, but somewhere out there something sees you, and it has already made a decision about what you are. Wild animals do not read the news. They do not know you have a job, a family, or a favorite meal. They do not know your name, but they know things about you that you might not expect. They know how you move, how you smell, what sounds you make, and whether those things add up to something safe or something dangerous. So the real question is not whether wild animals notice us. The real question is, what do they actually decide when they do? Let's start with something surprising. Scientists have played recordings of different sounds to wild animals. They played lion roars, wolf howls, and the sound of humans just talking normally. Not shouting, not threatening, just talking. And the animals ran from the human voice faster than from any of the others. Deer were more than twice as likely to flee from the sound of a calm human voice than from a growling wolf. Elephants ran too, so did badgers, kangaroos, and wild boar. In study after study, from Africa to Australia to North America, the result was the same. Wild animals across the planet are more afraid of us than of any other predator on Earth. Researchers call this the super predator effect. And it is not hard to understand why. For thousands of years, humans have hunted more animals in more places more reliably than any lion or wolf ever could. Animals did not need to read a science paper to learn this. They felt it. Their ancestors felt it. And somewhere in their memory, passed down through generations, that lesson survived. Some animals alive today have never seen a human hunt, but they still run. The fear is already inside them. Now, here is where it gets more interesting. Not all wild animals run, some of them stay, and some of them have figured something out that most people never expect. Think about crows. Crows live near people in cities all over the world. They watch us constantly. Scientists discovered that crows can recognize individual human faces and remember them for years. In one famous study, researchers wore masks while trapping crows. Later, the crows would scold and dive at anyone wearing that same mask. Even years after the original trapping, even crows that had never been trapped themselves. Word had spread. The dangerous face had been shared through the whole group. To a crow, you are not just a human. You are a specific face with a specific history. Be kind to crows and they may relax around you. Be a problem and they will remember. They will tell their friends. They will tell their children. Bears have figured out something different. Bears that live near campgrounds and national parks have learned the human calendar. They know when camping season starts. They show up right on time. They have learned the smell of coolers, tents, and trash cans. Some have even learned to recognize specific car models that tend to have food inside. A bear does not think about your vacation plans, but it has connected your presence to something reliable. Where there are humans, there is food. That connection is very hard to undo. Raccoons have gone even further. City raccoons are solving puzzles that their forest cousins never face. They undo latches, unscrew lids, and figure out locks. Studies show they can remember solutions to these problems for years. To a raccoon, humans are basically architects of a giant treasure hunt. Everything we put away, they treat as a challenge. Everything we lock, they treat as a question worth answering. They are not trying to outsmart us. They have simply learned that where we go, useful things follow. Foxes and coyotes have learned something quieter. Many of them have shifted their whole lives to nighttime, not because they prefer the dark, but because that is when we go inside. They have studied our routines as carefully as any scientist would. They know when streets go quiet. They know which alleys have food. They move through our world like shadows, working around us so precisely that most people never realize how close these animals really are. Now, think about animals that have chosen a different approach entirely. Not fear, not scavenging, but something closer to curiosity. Wild dolphins sometimes approach swimmers in boats not out of hunger, but out of interest. They seem to find us genuinely strange. We move slowly in the water. We need equipment just to breathe below the surface. We splash and flail and make bubbles. To a dolphin, a human in the ocean might be the most awkward creature it has ever seen, but also possibly the most interesting. Elephants hold something deeper. Elephants have long memories and strong emotions. Researchers believe some elephants alive today carry memories of poaching, of culling, of being near humans during frightening events. Those experiences do not fade. An elephant that has known human violence will pass that wariness to its children through behavior and presence alone. But elephants that have only known gentle human contact sometimes approach with curiosity instead. The same animal that can carry fear for a lifetime can also carry something softer. Here is the strange part. Wild animals are not sorting us into a single category. They are sorting individual humans. A crow remembers which face was dangerous. A habituated deer near a park learns which people throw bread and which people just walk past. A monkey in a tourist area behaves differently around familiar, calm visitors than around loud, unpredictable ones. They are not thinking about humans as a species. They are paying attention to you specifically. That means every time you walk near a wild animal, you are not just a person taking a stroll, you are data, you are information. The animal is reading your posture, your speed, your smell, and your direction. It is asking one simple question, is this one safe or not? And it is filing the answer away. We tend to think of ourselves as the ones who study nature. We go out with binoculars and cameras. We observe from a distance. But the observation is mutual. The deer in the field has already clocked you. The crow on the fence is watching your hands. The fox that you never see is tracking your routine every single day, and maybe that is the most humbling thought of all. We walk through the natural world believing we are visitors passing through, but to the animals living there, we are a permanent fixture. We are the unpredictable giant that sometimes brings danger, sometimes brings food, and always bears watching. We never stop telling wild animals what kind of creature we are, not with words, with every step, every habit, and every choice we make when we think nothing is watching. The truth is, something is always watching. It has already decided what you are, and it will not forget.